Thailand Temples and Beaches, Travel to Thailand Part 2. Ruins and Rivers. Khmer ruins. Those with an interest in Thailand's Khmer period often strike into the northeast, where highlights include the spectacular ruins at Phnom Rung and Phimay, though plenty of other sites can be visited as well. Be sure to explore the fiery, addictive cuisine of Isan while you're in this region. Rivers. While Thailand is famous for its beaches and islands, there's something special about lazing away a few days by swirling river waters, too. The Mekong delineates much of the Thai Lao border, and prime river hangout towns include Chiang Khong, Chiang Ka, Sangkhum, Nong Khai, Dat Phnom, Mukdahan, and Kong Khiam. Other rivers worth experiencing are Kok River in the north and the Chao Phraya, which weaves straight through the Thai capital. Top of page. What to do? For many, an active Thai holiday might mean anything requiring more than a 20-meter stroll from the hammock to the ocean. But for those looking to do more than reread Lord of the Rings in a hammock, Thailand isn't at all shabby when it comes to fun things to do. Learn to dive. Top of the pops is probably learning to dive on Koh Tao, or Koh Phi Phi, or any number of other islands. Above the waters, rock climbing, especially by Railay Bay, is world class. Cooking courses and food walks. Doing a cooking course or taking a food walk are both popular activities, as is visiting one of Bangkok's many floating markets. Trekking. In northern Thailand, trekking is hugely popular, with Chiang Mai, Pai, Mae Hong Son and Pai all trekking centers. The trips are often combined with bamboo rafting and visiting or staying in a minority village. Courses and personal improvement. Every Thai town has at least one Wat, temple, so there is no shortage to visit, and some choose to stay at or do meditation courses within. Language courses are also popular, especially in Chiang Mai, and then there is yoga, fasting and detox retreats, often in idyllic locations, for those taking a more holistic approach to their travels. Festivals. Thailand celebrates an impressive array of festivals, with the Water Festival of Songkran, Thai New Year, in mid-April the biggest of all. Others, including the Rocket Festival and Phi Ta Khon in the northeast of the country and nationwide Loi Krathong, can offer remarkable, and colorful, insight into life in Thailand. The south has 2 seasons, and the weather changes depending on which side of the peninsula you are on. The west coast sees the southwest monsoon bring rain and often heavy storms from April to October, while on the east coast, most rain falls between September and December. The rest of the year on each side is warm and dry. So when is the best time to visit? From a weather point of view, December to February generally offers the best conditions. The north won't be blisteringly hot and you'll find great weather on some of Thailand's islands. With this great weather though comes big crowds and peak season prices. Those who don't mind a bit of rain in return for thinner crowds prefer the shoulder season in November and March. Of course it also depends on where you are going. When the rain is pouring on Koh Chang, it is shining on Koh Tao and Koh Pha Nan. How long to go for? How long have you got? For a first-time visitor looking to see just a bit of Bangkok, and say Kanchanaburi or Koh Samet, a week would suffice to give a taste of what the country has to offer. Thailand though really deserves 2 weeks for a first-time trip, we reckon. If you're planning on traveling around a bit, rather than just staying on one island, 4 weeks is a popular stretch as it fits within a visa-free stay and allows for a couple of weeks in the north and a couple of weeks in the south. If you are planning a longer stay, it pays to familiarize yourself with Thailand's visa rules. They change often and some rules are enforced haphazardly, complicating what should be a simple process. What it will cost. Your budget will depend very much on your style of traveling. If you're comfortable in simple accommodation, eating street food, not drinking too much alcohol, traveling using cheap transport and steering clear of heavily tourist, and so more expensive, destinations, you can still survive on around 600 baht per day less if you're especially frugal and traveling as a couple. Watch out for fancy pants dorms, which are often way overpriced for the standard when compared to what you could pay for an aircon private room in a normal guest house. Most independent travelers tend to spend a little more. That aircon room is tempting, as is the pool and Wi-Fi, latte, and occasional VIP bus or short domestic flight. All these conspire to push daily budgets up to around a more comfortable 1,000 to 1,500 baht per day. If your tastes veer more towards the luxurious, then Thailand does offer terrific value for accommodation around the 3,000 to 6,000 baht mark, with food and entertainment costs potentially rising accordingly. Likewise, you can also spend tens of thousands of baht a night for truly luxurious settings, think private pool villas and so on, flying everywhere and fine dining the whole way along. What to read? Probably the most famed Thailand set novel is Alex Garland's The Beach, which was re-released by Penguin in 2016 to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of its publishing. Garland seeks to explore the question of whether Western travelers effectively ruin the very thing they set out to find. You can pretty easily guess the answer, but the book is a page-turner while it teases the analysis out. When to go? Between November and May, Thailand's North Sea's mostly dry, cooler weather, warming to scorching hot in April. May to November is dominated by the southwest monsoon, characterized by heavy rain interspersed with dry and sunny stretches. Bangkok, found by Alex Kerr, pierces deeply into the art, culture, and people of Thailand in a book that reads more like an inspiring travel narrative than a research project. A chapter on polite behavior, titled Walking Softly, should be required reading for all visitors to Thailand. For a nuanced examination of traditional Thai values, 1954 published Many Lives by M.R. Kukrit Pramage is a compelling read, exploring the lives and deaths of 11 people in early 20th century Thailand. The stories unravel a web of unwritten laws that still keep Thai society tangled together, for better or worse, today. A lighter exploration of life in Thailand in the 1960s from the perspective of an outsider is My Penrai Means Never Mind by Carol Hollinger. This memoir is now something of a history book too, recounting the period Hollinger spent in Bangkok, first as a housewife, then as a teacher at the American University and finally Chulalongkorn University. A more recent look at the lives of Thais, and those visiting Thailand, is Sightseeing by Chicago-born, Thai-raised Ratao Lapkaro Ensap, a series of short stories, and one novella, published in 2004. It's an illuminating view behind the curtain in a country that strains to put its best foot forward for visiting foreigners. The 2014 Man Booker winner The Narrow Road to the Deep North by Richard Flanagan is a deep, dark, and important read, set mostly in a Japanese POW camp along the Thai-Burma Death Railway. If you plan to visit Hellfire Pass and Kanchanaburi in Thailand, you really should read this beforehand. What to watch out for? Sadly, Thailand has more than its fair share of scams. Gem scams, especially in Bangkok, persist. Petty theft, snatch and grabs and other crimes of opportunity are not uncommon in heavily tourist areas. Violent crime specifically aimed at foreign travelers remains rare, but does happen. Use your common sense, stay under control and, if a situation becomes uncomfortable, leave or seek assistance immediately. Having adequate travel insurance cover is essential. Thailand's road toll is extremely high. Drink driving is endemic, especially over public holiday periods, when hundreds of people die on the roads. Bus accidents are frequent. Always wear a motorcycle helmet when riding a bike. Do not ride a motorbike if you don't know how. Public boats are frequently overloaded and speedboats are often overloaded and driven erratically or dangerously. Public boats sink frequently, often with insufficient life jackets. If the boat looks overloaded to you, or the weather dangerous, do not get on board. There will be another. Don't ride, or drive, stoned or drunk. Drug laws in Thailand are very strong, but enforced haphazardly. Just because the tuk-tuk driver who sold you a bag of pot didn't get arrested doesn't mean you won't be. If you wouldn't do it in your home country because it is stupid, why do it in Thailand? Thailand is run by a military junta. It took power in a military coup, kicking out a popularly elected government. Under the junta's rule, many public and press freedoms have been significantly curtailed. Thailand maintains extremely harsh and severe lèse-majesté laws, ostensibly to protect the reputation of the Thai royal family. Thais falling foul of this law have been jailed. Public political discourse is generally not a great idea, especially after drinking 15 large Singha beers.